Good morning student. Let us start our science class. Yes, in previous class we have discussed about the some of the subgroups, that is some of the subphylums in chapter diversity in living organisms. Yes. So what are the different categories we have studied till now? Just you recall that one and just list out that one. Yes, number of different subgroups we have discussed. In last class, which and all we have discussed? Yes, arthropoda. Yes, what is the speciality of this arthropoda? Yes, arthropods having the jointed legs. So all the organisms comes under this, they have jointed leg. Yes, yes. Upon that we come to know that the body is segmented body. Yes, we have discussed different examples for that arthropoda. What are the examples? Yes, we know it is a very big number, large number of organisms, large number we can get. So more and more example we can give for this arthropoda. Yes, can you give an example? Yes, what a housefly, mosquitoes. Upon that, yes, ticks, mites, all those things. Lice, yes, any other, prawn, crab, yeah, all those things are the example for this arthropoda. After that we have studied one more subgroup or else phylum. What is that? Mollusca. What is the speciality of these molluscas? Is already we have discussed. What are the examples? Where it is living? Is we have discussed some of the examples and its characters. Just recall students, is what are the examples? Is snails, octopus, all those things. After that we have studied the echinodermata. What are the different what the characteristic of this echinodermata? Yes, echinodermates having the very special character. It has a special character, that is it is having the spiny skins with the spines. Yes, what are the examples then? Is starfish, feather star, sea cucumber, all those things we have observed the diagram. Upon that the photos, the real photos we have observed, we come to know that they has the spiny skinned organisms comes under in this echinodermata. Upon that, common points, bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic, all those things we have studied. Yes, next we will move to the 10th phylum. 9th we have, 8th we have studied in previous classes. So next we will move to the 9th one, that is the phylum Protochordata. Write down the heading. 9th one it is which? Protochordata. Protochordata. Come to know here. See, this is what we are going to study today. That is 9th phylum. Till 8th we have completed. So 9th one. Now like other phylum, it is also having the bilaterally symmetrical. So already we have studied what is bilaterally symmetrical. So once again I am not going to discuss that one. Okay, already we have come to know what is bilaterally. Upon that, these all organisms, those organisms comes under these, they are the triploblastic organism. What is triploblastic organism? Yes, we come to, already we have studied the different examples. 3 layers are there in these organisms, like other subphylums what we have studied. Yes. Next, one more new feature it has, they show a new features of body design differentiation. So that is called as a notochord. Write down that point. It is very, very important point in this. Till now we didn't study such a point. Only in this phylum we can see a special body design that is called as a notochord. Yes, write down notochord. Now what is this notochord? What it means? Notochord means what? See, it is a long rod-like structure. See, long it is a rod-like structure. Actually these structures are supporting the organism to try to stand. Okay, it is a long rod-like structure, supporting structure. Come to know? So I will say you where it is present. See, I will take one example that is called as melanoglossus. So I will write you next. See, we'll see where it is present in this melanoglossus. See, here one rough diagram I will draw you, student. Rough diagram. You can observe the neat diagram in your textbook. See, one rough diagram I will draw and show you here. See, where these notochords are present. This is a one rough diagram I said. See, this is all about the melanoglossus. Okay, make it clean. See here, somewhat here in this body, we can see here, this is a notochord. Come to know, this is a notochord. Because of this notochord, these organisms can stand straight. Okay, earthworm, how it is? Yeah, earthworms are not standing straight because it does not have any notochord. What about the prawn? In prawn also there is no. So till now we didn't see this notochord in other lower organism. When we come to the protochord, we come to know that is the main feature in this, that is a notochord present in this. Come to know, this is a melanoglossus. Yeah. Next, one more feature, these we can see in the marine habitat. So all the organisms comes under this protochord, they are marine, they present in marine. Okay, the habitat is marine habitat. So one example already we have discussed, that is a melanoglossus. One more example, that is Amphioxus. One more is a Herdmanium. Okay, these are the three examples. So just observe the pictures of this one. Okay, this is just photos what I have taken from the internet. See, this is a melanoglossus, upon that Amphioxus and Herdmanium. So all these are the marine organisms. Upon that they have a notochord in its body. Okay, see the melanoglossus diagram and neat labeled diagram, it is there in your textbook. Just observe that diagram and draw in your point book. Okay, that is very, very important. The neatly they have shown the how these are. Okay, that is a melanoglossus. Okay, so we have completed about the Protochordata. Next we will move to the 10th phylum, that is Vertebrata. Okay, I will write down here. That is a 10th one. What is that? Vertebrata. Vertebrata. Or else vertebrates. Okay, we can say vertebrates. Now tell me, student, what is this vertebrates? Name itself indicates vertebrates because they have, or else they has vertebral column in its body. What it is? That is an internal skeleton it has. Whether we have that vertebral column? Yes, we have our backbone. So that is a vertebral column, or else the internal skeleton. So the vertebrates having the main feature, it has vertebral column and internal skeleton. Come to know now? See, that is a vertebrate. Because of that we can stand straight. Because of that the lion, how nicely it is standing. Because of that the bird, how a hen or a parrot, how nicely it is sitting over, sitting. See, because it has a vertebral column. Okay, actually it is a skeleton, strong support it is giving to that organism. So next point, it is also having the bilaterally symmetrical. So already we know that what is bilaterally symmetrical. Yes, we discussed. So we know that what is bilaterally symmetrical. Once again I am not going to discuss. So just imagine the human body itself. So if you are going to bilaterally, if you are going to see that, we can get the equal halves, equal two halves. Okay, yes. Next, it is also a triploblastic organism. So all the vertebrates are the triploblastic, all the vertebrates are the bilaterally symmetrical organisms. Yes. Whether these notochords are present in this? Yes. These notochords also present in this. So write down that point here. Notochord. So these organisms animals also having this notochord. Yeah, that is a very important point. One more point, what? It is having, or else it has vertebral column. Write down that point. Second one is it has vertebral column. So all the vertebrates having the vertebral column, upon that the internal skeleton. Yes. Next, one more thing here. These organisms are having the dorsal nerve cord. So nerve cord, what is that nerve cord? You know, see, this organism, it is having that dorsal nerve cord. Okay, keep it in your mind, that is, these organisms are having the nerve cord. We have the nerve cord now. Same as that, all the vertebrates are having the nerve cord. Once again, I am not going to say what is nerve cord. So you know that nervous system we have. Same that only. Next, some organisms are having the paired gills. Do you know what is that gills? Where it is present? Yes, in fish. We know that in fish we can see that gills. So some vertebrates are having the gills, paired gills, but not all I am saying. Some are having this gill pouches. Okay, write on that point also. Upon that, they are the coelomate. What is the meaning of coelomate? Yes, coelomate, body cavity is present. Already we have discussed in previous classes. So once again I am not going to say, see, that is also present. Yes. Next, come to know what is these vertebrates. Now these vertebrates also further divided. Do you know what are the divisions, or else what are the groups of these vertebrates? Yes, I will say you student. First one, vertebrates are further divided into pieces. Pieces. Second one, amphibia. Third one, reptilia. Fourth one, aves. Fifth one is mammalia. You all know that. So once again, vertebrates are divided into 5 types. What are those? First one, pieces. Second one, amphibia. Third one, reptilia. Fourth one, aves. Fifth one, mammals. So you write down, just divide like this, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and write down each. Come to know here what? Pieces, amphibia, reptilia, aves and mammalia. So we'll study one by one. First we'll take what is this pieces. What is the spelling of pieces? Yes, P-I-S-C-E-S, pieces. Okay, this is nothing but fish, what we are calling fish. Yes. Now tell me the character, student. What are the characteristic of these pieces? Tell me the characteristic. Can you predict any character? Where it is present? Which habitat? Yes, they are the aquatic animals, or else aquatic organisms. So write down the first point. Under pieces, they are aquatic organisms. Next, how the body of these pieces? How it is? How? Yes, I will draw and show you, students. So you have to predict the characters. I will draw one fish here. Yes, one fish I will draw, and you have to predict the character now. Yes, what is this? What is this? Yeah, this is the scales, or else we can call it as a plates. Yes, plates are there in the fishes. See here, these are the plates or else scales. Okay, these are the scales. They are very important. It has a very important role in these fishes. Yes, so these scales and plates are present only in fishes or else in pieces. Yes, next, how they are breathing? Yes, they are getting or else they obtain dissolved oxygen in water. So by using what it is taking that oxygen? Yes, they have gills here. somewhat here we can see the gills. Yes, these are the gills. By using that gill pouches, it is going to take up that dissolved oxygen. So it is not taking any oxygen. How we are breathing? Completely different from this aquatic one. Come to know, no? Yes. What about the tail? It has a muscular tail. See, muscular tails it has. See, why it is important? It is important for the moving purpose. So, movement is controlled by whom here? Yes, movement is controlled by this one. Okay, tail is why it is using for the movement purpose. Next, always we are calling these species or else fish as a cold-blooded animals. Why we are calling it as a cold-blooded animals? Do you know what is that cold-blooded animals? Yes. You have to refer that one. What is cold-blooded animals? Okay. If you are not getting if you are getting, it is good, nice. So if you are not getting, we'll discuss in the next class. Okay. Before that, you have to refer what it means. Cold-blooded animals. Yes, cold-blooded animals. So that is a one more point in this. Next, what about the heart of this fish? How many chambers are there in fish heart? Yes, only 2 chambered hearts are present. Heart is present in pieces. Come to know what about whether they are laying egg or giving birth to a new young fish. No, it is laying eggs. So these are the different points. So once again we will recall what we have studied. So they are the aquatic organisms. All fish, they need water for their survival. Upon that, body is covered with scales or plates. Yes, they are taking dissolved oxygen by using gills. Okay, dissolved oxygens are present in the water. Tail, muscular tail is there. For important, what is the function of this tail? They are helping, that is helping for the movement of that organism. Upon that, they are the cold-blooded animals. Yes. Upon that, 2-chambered heart is present in this fish. Last point, they lay egg. Yes. Now, can you give example for fishes? Any fishes, number of fishes we know. What are those? Some of the names they are given in your textbook. Observe the textbook diagram also, they have pictures also they have given. So just observe that one. Okay, many fishes are there. What and all? Seahorse, cutla, anabas, dogfish, stingray, electric ray, many fishes, many fishes are there. Catfish, dogfish, what upon that snakefish, many fishes, you know, golden fish, all those things are the what a yeah, that is a freshwater fish. Many freshwater fishes also there. Upon that, what a guppy, all those things, many fishes. So just collect the name of the fish. Okay. Upon that, observe the diagrams in the textbook. So we have completed till pieces we have completed. Next we'll move to the next one, that is the amphibia. Yes, second one it is amphibia. What is the meaning of this? Amphibia means what? What it indicates? Yes, amphibia means nothing but it can survive in both water and land. So that is why we are calling that organisms as an amphibia. Can you give the example? Yes, examples: frog, toad, salamander, all those things are the example. Yes. Next, what about the skin? Whether it has any scales or plates? No, it is having the smooth skin. So, lack of scales. Write down that point. Lack of scales in its body or else in its skin. But it has a mucus gland in its body. Write down that here. Mucus, what is the spelling? Sorry, mucus. See? Mucus gland is present in its skin. Because of that, if you are going to touch this frog, it is slippery. See, if you are going to touch the skin or else See, if you are going to take that frog means it is running away because there is very smooth or a slippery like a soap it is, because mucus gland is present in the skin of these amphibia. What about the heart? It is having 3-chambered heart. Whether it is laying egg? Yes, they are laying egg like fish. Have you seen any amphibian's egg? Yes, we can see in our paddy field and all, we can see the eggs of this one, but it does not have any hard covering like our chick or else what a hen, what it is giving egg. How it is? It is having the hard covering, but it does not have any hard covering. Very smooth it is, open egg it is. Okay, if you are getting that, if you are observing that one, just take a photo and preserve that photos or stick that photos in your point book. Okay, upon that, how it is respiring, whether it is having lungs like us or else like fish it is when it is in water, it is respiring through gills. When it is in land like us, it is respiring through lungs. Come to know, so both are present. Respiration through gills and lungs. That is a difference here. So examples already we have discussed. Just observe the pictures. Already we know that frog, how it is. Toad. Do you know what is that toad? Yeah. Toad means usually it comes to homes. See, small frogs only. But it is, sometimes they are saying, our elders are saying that if you are going to touch that one, you will get some allergy problems, because that is a toad. It has the mucus gland in its skin. For some people, it is getting some allergic infections. Okay, so that is about the toad. And one more is a salamander. Have you seen any salamander? Yes, but it is having the tail like frog, but it is having the tail. Okay, yes. See some of the fishes diagram also it is there, pictures, photos. So just observe, these are the pictures of this one. Yes, so just recall what we have studied in today's class. We discussed about the Protochordata. Upon that we come to know that main point, that is it having or it has a notochord. Yes, all are marine animals. Upon that, diagrams also, pictures also we have observed. Next, 10th phylum we have studied, that is the vertebrates. In that we come to know that vertebral column is the main point. It has a notochord. It is a coelomate animals. It is divided into 5 types: species, amphibia, reptiles, and is apes and mammalia. What about the pieces? Aquatic one. Scales are there in this body. It is taking the dissolved oxygen. Okay, so what about the amphibians? Yeah, lack of scales. 3-chambered heart it has. Upon that, they laying egg. Mucus glands are present. Upon that, it can live in both water and land. Respiration through what? Gills. So before that, I have drawn one diagram and we discussed what are the main features of these species. They have the plate, gills, tail. Okay? Yes. So write down the questions. Yes. Write the characteristic of Protochordata. Yes. Second one. What is the difference between, or else write the difference between pieces and amphibia. Pieces and amphibia. So you have to consider the skin. What is there in the skin? What is the difference between the skin you have to take? Okay. One more question. There is an extra question to you. What is cold-blooded animals? Yes, what is cold-blooded animals? Okay, just refer the answer if you are not getting. Okay, we will discuss in tomorrow. Okay, yes. So upon that, collect the pictures, collect the photos of these organisms. Okay, pieces and amphibia. Upon that, if you are getting any Protochordata pictures, just collect it and stick in your in your point book or everywhere. Okay, okay. Thank you, student.